Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is Faye. I'm a yoga teacher based in Miami, Florida, and in this video, I'll be giving you tips on working in a mostly white industry. I'm a yoga teacher and yoga is 71% white teachers and 7.1% Black teachers. So I can definitely relate to this. I'm speaking from experience. And even if you're not a yoga teacher, if you're working in an industry that's mostly white, which I will explain in a little bit why is mostly the case, please keep watching. The first tip is to acknowledge that we Black people are a minority in America. What does that mean? It means that most people in America are not Black. If you want to get into the nitty-gritty numbers, 71% of America is white and 13.6% of Americans are Black. So if you went to a party and there was 100 people in the room, there would be 13 Black people and 71 white people. Just to give us a demographic, a visual, a number, so we can grasp this concept. So whenever people say I'm the only Black person in the room, I'm always the only Black person at the meeting, it's normal. It's not irregular. It's not contradictory to the statistics of the demographics of the people in America. In other words, don't freak out. Don't feel like you don't belong. You're exactly where you need to be because most people in America are not Black. One reason I think this has really started to bother Black people is because on social media, you feel so close to the people who are on your screen. You're scrolling and you're seeing so many Black people that you follow, whether it's your friends, your family, or your favorite celebrities. You go out to the supermarket, you go out into the real world, and you don't see the same thing. You go out to work and you realize it's not the same situation. You probably are maybe that one drop of black pepper in a sea of salt, and that is perfectly okay because we are a minority. I remember walking into a yoga studio and feeling uncomfortable because I was the only Black person in the studio with 20 students taking the class. So it's just a sea of yoga mats, a sea of people, and I'm the only Black woman there, the only Black person there. And at first it would bother me, but then I had to tell myself, no, this makes sense. It's okay. It does not mean you don't belong. Tip number 2, be yourself. Don't feel obligated to go extra hard or be something that's outside of your norm just because you're the only Black person in the room. You don't have to break a world record to be an impactful human being. There are plenty of people who you walk past every day making huge differences in the lives of the people around them who aren't going to go down in history, who won't end up in textbooks, but that doesn't mean that they aren't Black excellence. Being yourself means that you do what you feel called to do, what you feel your purpose is. Your purpose is always rooted in serving others. So maybe you work at a grocery store, maybe you're a babysitter, maybe you're a tutor, maybe you're a yoga teacher like me. Whatever it is that you feel your purpose, your calling is in this world, if you're doing it to your fullest extent, that is Black excellence. Don't feel like you need to have your face on a Wheaties cereal box or on the headline of a newspaper. Tip number 3, set boundaries. Set social boundaries. Maybe you're in the workplace and people start asking you questions. Oh my gosh, what's going on with these Black men in America? What's going on? Faye, you're a Black woman. Why do Black women... You could cut the conversation right there. Whenever someone tries to come to you for an explanation of Black people in society, you can cut that really short by saying, I don't feel comfortable answering that question because I'm not representative of all Black people. And the same thing goes for personal space. You have to set personal boundaries with your hair, your skin. Some people might be so enamored and fascinated, but that doesn't mean that you automatically become a petting zoo or the spokesperson for Black hair. If someone asks you a question, you feel kind of sticky, unsure, insecure about answering it, especially because they might carry on that information and be like, oh no, well, Faye told me Black hair, and then fill in the blank with whatever information you gave them. Don't do it. And say, I don't really feel comfortable answering that question. I don't really want to talk about it. Comment, next question, change the subject. Just don't feel obligated to answer questions you don't want to answer in terms of your Blackness. My last and 4th piece of advice is to find, create, and support other people in your industry. I have met amazing Black teachers in both of the trainings that I've done, and I've had amazing students come in, because one thing about Black people, we are a minority, but when we see ourselves, we always try to jump in. So when I was practicing at the studio before I became a teacher, I was always the only Black student. But when I started teaching, Black students started coming to my class and coming to the studio in general. So just know that when you make yourself known as a professional in that industry, Black people will come and feel more comfortable, because again, we are a minority. We don't see ourselves often, but when we do, we really try to support each other and say, wow, if she's doing it, okay, well, I can go and do it too. It's important to support other Black people in your industry, because you can relate to one another about the struggles and experiences that you've had being the minority. If I talk to another Black teacher, it's great because we can talk about experiences and struggles that we've had, how we've handled them, how they would handle it if they were in that situation. That is the last tip on working in a mostly white industry. It's Black History Month, and I'm keeping the theme going through all my videos this month. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on the socials. I'll put them right here for you guys. And until the next video, I hope you act accordingly. Bye.